the phrase posed. Gold digger is an actual term, and gold digger is applicable for women who actually just want money. They can be sold to the highest bidder. Their whole scapegoat is if you can't the language I'll be using, Vegan Chef they just said, if you can't do nothing for me, why am I with you? And that's not something that only broke men say. Wealthy men don't want a woman who don't want them. Wealthy men want a woman who is also loyal. And one of the most greatest examples that I can show you guys is literally Drake. He's bought over 32 wedding rings. He's never done the whole jumping the broom thing for whatever reason, but it does show like the most richest man in the world right now, Jeff Bezos, he's not even married. Men value loyalty, and it doesn't just stop at broke men. That's to me that term and the way that it's phrased is the way for women to kind of manipulate men into giving them money and providing for them a form of husbandly duties before they even get the ring. So the misinformation that Vegan Chef Bay said was that women did not work. Black women have always worked since we got over here off the plantation, on the plantations. We've always worked. It's never been a thing. They still got laws in place in like the first original 13 colonies that if black women refuse to work for white women, they could be jailed. So we got to stop saying that. That's number one. Number two, that we need to stop saying and we got to unlearn. Men do not make you soft. If you need a man to tell you how to be a woman, you need to go revisit some things because being soft, being in your feminine, that's not something a man can give to you. Either you are it or you're not. But you don't get to sit and say, I want a man to come in my life and help take the load off so it can make me soft. You should already be soft. You don't need a man to teach you and coach you on how to be a woman or up in your feminine. All you need to do is modify your feminine to adapt to his life so you can be the partner he needs.
All right, go ahead, Trev. What are your thoughts about it, sir?
Right. To answer the question, no, it's trash. Many wealthy men that I know personally, just and if you watch some of these, like the skits and stuff, or, oh, if she's a gold digger, it's usually people with some money that's about to hop into a Lambo and everything else. It's something that all men appreciate. A woman that wants him for who he is, judging by his character, his moral value, just who he is as a person. That no man appreciates a woman who just wants him for the money. No normal man. That's just not what it is. Whether he's wealthy, whether he's in the middle, whether he's broke, there's not going to be any man who's going to want a woman that just wants you for your money because she's going to treat you a certain way or not treat you a certain way. You want a woman to love you. You want a woman to take care of you. You want a woman to be there when you need her, right? That nurturing spirit. That's what you want. Gold diggers don't possess that. They never did. They never will. Gold diggers are in it for themselves, and that's pretty much the core meaning of a gold digger, just a woman who is there just for the money and nothing else. She might fake it for a little while, but she never will love you, and she never will be loyal. She has no loyalty to you. A woman can't be loyal to you if she doesn't love you or respect you, and gold diggers do neither.
Okay. What about you, Lady Di? I'm not sure if you really answered the question. Just was responding, but gold digger is a word used by broke men only. What are your thoughts?
So yeah, I agree with Trev said. Gold digging or gold diggers are the ones who just look at what you have. If you don't have the nicest shoes that they believe is nice, they're not going to mess with you. As soon as you look the part, then they will start, to entertain you. And I don't think it's about the type of money a man has. If a rich man wants to entertain, they know what ladies they're dealing with. If a rich man wants to entertain a lady that just wants him for his money, he's just going to do it for fun. But at the end of the day, if he wants some type of loyalty from somebody, he's not going to pick a gold digger. So it has nothing to do with being broke. You could have money and still don't want that because that's trash. But as far as providing for them, I mean, any man could provide for a lady. Providing for a woman does not mean you're part of the gold digger term. You're just a man providing for your family. You're a man providing for someone that you love, that you like. And I think men should do that. There's nothing wrong with it. They're protecting and providing. Protecting and providing also has something to do with, what you have and what you can provide with money. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. So that's all I have to say.
All right. What about you, Sweeney?
Um, well, to answer the question, no, I don't think that gold digger is a term that's only used by broke men. As a matter of fact, I think gold digging, even if they're digging for gold from rich men, actually affect broke men. Because a lot of times now what we're seeing is that every woman think they have access to a rich man. So if every woman is digging for gold for a rich man, where does that leave the average man when he has to deal with average ass women that are gold diggers? Who will never have access to that man, can't never get the money from him, but they still looking at it based on the fact that they saying on social media that this chick got $100,000 from Zion Williamson. Now she thinks she can get the same thing. So she ignores everybody around her, thinking one day she's gonna get Zion Williamson. So of course, broke men do have a say in what gold digging is and how they feel about it, because it affects not necessarily broke men, but average men. Because we're not talking about broke men when we talk about this. There's a lot of broke men that can get women. There's a lot of men that got money that can't get women. So it is what it is. I'm talking about average men. Average man complaining about gold digging is just as valid as a rich man complaining about gold digging, because it affects us all.
I wanted to say this though. Is it vegan chef Bay? Earlier you were saying how, you're like, a man can't stay around here for free. Is that the terminology you used?
Get her ass.
I think that the gold digger, dang.
Uh-oh.
She may have X'd out. She probably was trying to unmute.
She might have hit the wrong button by mistake.
Yeah. But I think that a lot of women assume, first of all, a lot of women try to be in men's pockets thinking that because he spends time at your place, that he's now supposed to be taking over bills as if you weren't already paying those bills. To me, it always gives who's paying your bills, because why would you automatically think that this man is supposed to take over your bills if you're not paying them? I don't understand why women feel like they're entitled to men's money if the man is not just freely or willingly doing it for you. If he's not freely and willingly doing it for you, why do you feel like you're so entitled to it, or that there's a time frame where he should be doing it? I think that's where the gold digger mind frame comes from, because whether you do it or not, I have to, like, you're paying your bills. So do you think that you're making money and then putting some aside and then thinking that he's going to pay them?
That's why modern dating has really adopted the prostitution mindset. A lot of women date.
I was just about to say that.
A lot of women date with the terminology of escorts and prostitutes, and they reject it, and they don't realize that what they're saying. You basically putting yourself on a market for a bar scan code. That's what you're doing. When you say things like, he can't come here unless he's doing something for me, when you're making those type of connotations and those type of verbiages, that came from women who sell coochie. That's what that is. When we got to learn to take that out of our vernacular, if that's not the type of woman you are, and say, I want a man who I can grow with and build with me the way that I build with him. I want a man who come in who can teach me, who I can learn with, because the moment that y'all start saying it, it goes straight back to money. And everybody know when it go to money, it ain't genuine.
Do y'all know why it's the biggest? I want to hear what you got to say, vegan. I just want to say this one thing, because I want to hear what you got to say too. I think is a whole bunch of broke ass women who don't know how to pay their bills, and they're hoping that somebody at some point comes in because she has a vagina and help her with these damn bills, because she done struggled her ass into a corner, and she has no other hope than some dude to come in and for her to trade her vagina for some money, like almost long term or whatever, because she's so goddamn broke.